Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to be filming this look for you all today because a lot of people wonder how I do this very black smoky eye. This is called my blackest black smoky eye. I also add a little bit of purple undertone and some coral to it as well, so it just gives it a little bit of dimension. If you all would like to see how I get this beautiful black smoky eye, then just keep watching. So my eyes are already primed, and we are going to be going in with the Morphe 350 palette, and we're just going to pick up this color here that reminds us of Makeup Geek Chickadee, and we are going in with, this is going to be our transition shade, and this is with the Sigma E40 Fluffy Brush. So we're just going to be putting that onto the crease, a little bit above the crease, just so we can get a nice blended look. And I just want to take a moment here to say, I freaking love the magic of makeup. So now we are going to be picking up the orange and the coral shade there in the Morphe 350 palette. I like to mix those two together to create a perfect mango shade, and we are just literally applying that into the same spot that we put the other color. This just helps us to give more of a flawless finish. Now I'm using my finger and I'm just kind of removing some of the products that got a little bit too high near the brow. And now we are going in with this gel type, let's think of the word, primer for the eye, and it's just a darker type primer. This is actually in an Ulta kit, so that's why I don't have an exact name for it, but it's just like a charcoal color. You can use whatever color that you have at home, just as long as it's kind of a color, a darker color that's going to give you tackiness for this that we're about to put on. And now I'm going to be using tape just to help us with any fallout that we may have. Now I'm going in with my Urban Decay Naked 2 palette, and I am using the shade Blackout. And I am going to be using the brush that came with this palette, and I'm just using a flat top brush for this. And I am patting that onto the eye, and then I will be I'm going to keep this color nice and low. I'm not going up to the crease. I'm trying to stay below it. And that's what we are doing here. And you can always just make it darker. You can go in light, and then we're just going to keep adding. And with this look, you're going to see different phases. There's going to be an ugly phase of this look. You just got to keep going with it. And then, of course, we go into the blending phase. So now what I'm using is the Urban Decay Smoky palette, and I picked up the color Password. It's a nice gray shade, and I'm just using any pencil brush. I believe that this one is a Sigma E30 brush, and that's what I'm going to be using here to blend this out. And I'm just really trying to make sure that we're making that black shade nice and blended to where we don't have a harsh line. So that's what I'm doing here. And then I'll probably go in with a little bit of some circular motions there, right there, towards the corner of the eye. Now I'm going in with a tapered brush, and I'm picking up Password just because I wanted to make this a little bit more, I would say, not as harsh of a line. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just getting a fluffier brush, and I'm just really going to try to buff, I guess you would say, buff out that product that we're seeing there. So that's what I'm doing here, and just really trying to blend it out more. Now we're going in with Blackout again from the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette, and I'm just revamping up the black that was on the lid, because we do want this to be super dark. And so whenever we blend, it's going to take away some of that. So we're just going to revamp that up again. And as you can see, when we do that, we're going to have to blend it out again. So this look, it takes time, but it's going to be so worth it. So now I'm going in with that tapered brush again, and I'm just kind of blending that out and making sure that we don't see any harsh lines and that all the colors are blending well together. And I'm just retouching where I want to see retouch. So now I'm just going back in and just making a few more rounds with that. Now we're going in with the Morphe 350 palette, and I'm actually picking up, it's kind of like a brown charcoal color, and I'm just kind of trying to make the black and the gray come together a little bit more. I'm just taking similar shades, and just trying to make it as flawless as I can. Now I'm going in with the Morphe 350, and I'm picking up those two that we made to make that beautiful coral shade. I'm mixing those two again with my fluffy brush and just kind of making the transition shade a little bit more vibrant. because I definitely don't want it to get blended in with the gray. And now I'm taking off the tape, and I like to use coconut oil whenever I have some fallout, because I just feel like sometimes when I take water to my face and like even a cotton ball or tissue paper, it gets it very red and it kind of irritates the skin. So when I use cotton and coconut oil, it just keeps it nice and fresh. And I'm actually going to just continue to rub that into the face and just kind of use this as my primer. It just gives me more of a dewy finish, and that's what I wanted today. So I'm going in with the Lumi True Match, and this is in the shade W5, and I'm going in with just a paintbrush. My cat, she's totally ruining the picture, but whatever. She does that, and as you can see, I made a mistake, and I'm just cleaning it up. And I am just going to be going in with this all over the face, and I did lay out in the sun this day, so my body looks a little bit darker than my face, and I noticed that. So I'm actually going to be doing something a little different today with my foundation routine, and I'm going to show you all that in just a moment. Just making sure I get all the coverage that I want. I know I put it underneath the eye. And now I'm actually going in with a little bit of my concealer, and this is in the Age Rewind, and this is in the shade Light Pale. And then I decided to go in with the Fit Me Maybelline in the shade 340, and I just use this as kind of like a bronzer. So I wanted to tell you all with my contour video, I pick usually like 2 or 3 shades darker than my original skin tone, and that's going to be your ideal contour shade. So I'm kind of contouring right now, kind of bronzing at the same time, just kind of trying to make my foundation match a little bit more. And just kind of give me the color that I want. So that's what I'm really doing here. I'm just kind of trying to make the foundations be a little bit darker, and I thought I might as well leave the lighter shade where it is and just let that be, you know, kind of my concealer for my contour. And then I'm rubbing out the nose there. I don't want to leave that behind. And then I'm going in with the Kat Von D as usual. Shade Light palette, I'm using the vanilla shade there because I really wanted a good contrast with the dark eye. So I'm wanting it to be nice and light. And I'm just highlighting. And then I'm going to be going in with the Infallible L'Oreal Pro Matte, and this is in the shade 200, and I'm just matting that out at the places that we kind of bronzed out with that darker foundation, if that makes sense. So I'm just kind of making a little bit darker. And then I'm going in with my Victoria's Secret blush palette. I've had this thing for years, but I just love these colors, and I just kind of mix them all together. You can use whatever pinks and coral shades that you have. I just feel like this helps it give it more of a springtime / summer appropriate look. And then I'm going in with that middle shade of the Kat Von D, and I'm just kind of bronzing it out. You could say that I'm contouring as well. I kind of feel like they're two are the same sometimes. But with this, I would say I am doing more of a contour. And then I'm going in, of course, with my favorite contour nose brush, the Sigma E55. And I'm just going to pick up that very light shade, and I'm just going to begin to contour the nose, bringing it straight down and putting the majority of the product up towards the eyebrow / nose area. And then, of course, contouring the lip because we love how that looks, and picking up the very dark shade and doing that. And then with the vanilla shade, applying that with my finger to my nose. Blending it out. Want it nice and blended, no harsh lines. And then I'm just kind of blending some more. Now I'm picking up this brush here, and I am using my Champagne Pop. I'm still obsessed, so I have to use it. And I'm applying a little with my finger. I'm just highlighting right now. And then I wanted to actually apply this underneath the brow bone. So that's what I'm doing here because I like the way it looked, but then I realized I wanted a little bit more of a lighter color. So I am with the shimmer. The lighter color I'm going in with is actually matte. So it's the Urban Decay Smoky in the shade 13 from that palette. And I'm picking up my Marc Jacobs liner. And I'm just kind of, you can make this as messy as you want because it is such a dark look, you really won't even notice. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm applying that charcoal liner, and it's just in the shade black. It doesn't really specify. And I'm putting that underneath that waterline as well, and on top. And just kind of cleaning it up there, as you can see. Now I'm going in with that tapered brush, and I'm picking up my Naked 2 palette, and I'm picking up the Blackout shade, and I am getting my small angle Sigma E65 brush, and I'm just kind of lining that very tight to the lower lash line, making this almost meet that original color that's in that lower lid. And then I'm actually going in with just a pencil brush, and I'm picking up the Smoky palette, the Urban Decay Smoky, and I'm using the color Smolder, and I'm just kind of blending that out, which is a nice purple color, which is great for green eyes, but I just thought it would just give this look a little bit more dimension, and so that's what I'm doing. I'm just picking up the purple there and just adding a beautiful pop for this summer and spring look. And then I'm blending that out with a fluffier brush. And then I'm going in with the pencil brush again. And I'm actually, what I picked up there was that very gray shade, Password. We're going to be going in with those two colors. And I'm making this more of a halo smoky eye. So as you can see, I'll be connecting that. I'm going to go in more depth in just a second. So once again, I'm blending with Smolder. And then I'll be going in and blending it out, blending the Smolder out with Password. And that's just going to make it come together a little bit more. And then I go in and around that corner there, and this just gives us more of that halo smoky eye. I didn't really want any sharp edges. I just wanted it to be nice and blown out, so that's the look I was going for. And I'm actually using the MAC 217 brush to do this. And as you can see, we can really see that purple whenever we get up close next to our skin, next to the skin there. So it's really pretty. And then I'm just kind of blending that out some more. When you all are doing this at home, don't worry. I mean, it's going to come together. Just have some fun with it, and don't try to be so specific with it, because it will all come together in the end, and it will be exactly what it needs to be. So we're just kind of blending, and as you can see, I see like a few things that I want to kind of clean up there. So just take your time and clean it up. Looks good. I'm feeling good about it. Alright, and now we are going in with some mascara, and I think this just is like Maybelline Blackest Black, something like that. I'm never really specific with my mascara because I really don't feel as if it makes too much of a difference for me. Mascara is mascara in my book. As long as it's black, I'm fine, and I can make it work. So I'm just applying that, and then I'm going to go in and put that on the waterline once more with my Marc Jacobs black liner because I just wanted to freshen that up. And then I'm just making sure I don't have any fallout. Now I'm brushing out the brows, and I'm going to show you guys how I like to set them. I know that was very quick, but I use the Suave, just normal hairspray, and I put that on my fingers, rub them together, and then I just kind of press it on my brow like that, and it sets it all day. It's great. It's an awesome trick. So I went for a very natural brow. I didn't even want to fill them in today. I just really wanted the eye to be the main focus, and I just wanted to make my brows look nice and natural to go with this natural look and not. And so now I'm going in with my Too Faced lip. And this pretty much completes this look. I hope you guys like this. Please subscribe and please give me a thumbs up and let me know what I can do. Bye!